Okay. Let's see how this goes. Probably gonna die a crap ton. Don't know how soon I will get it, but we'll see. So let's see if I remember the buff routine. It is Golden Vow, Craigblade, Drink, Flame Grant Me Strength, Two-Hand, Fogwall. Okay. So far so good. Okay. Charger 2. Charger 2. Supposed to double roll that, and then, yep. That was embarrassing. Roll. Roll. See what he does. If he does the stomp, I think I can get... if he does what he did, I think I can get jump R2. But... this isn't that bad. It's just, okay. Golden Vow. Craigblade. Drink. Flame Grant Me Strength. Two-hand. Into the fight. Skip the cutscene. Sprint during the fade-in. Charger 2. Charger 2. I suck. Charger 2. I think this is guaranteed though, right? Yeah. Foot on the ground. Boom. Sprint away. I mean, you know. He's got red hair like Marisa. Boom. Roll away. Roll. Roll. Charger 2. I rolled that. You're... oh my gosh. I pushed the button. You're lying. Let me pull up the stream. I always forget that I have to do this because I stream straight from PlayStation. So, like, I can't... like, it only shows, like, a little bit of chat, which is a little annoying. So I'm live. Like, it only shows, like, a little bit of chat, which is a little... okay, there we go. Yeah, definitely does not look like Marisa. Maybe a little bit. I'm beating the crap out of him with my fists, so that's maybe a little bit Marisa, right? Now, I just got done with a ranked session, and so I don't play ranked that much in SO6. I was grinding. I started the day at 1510. I'd only played once this whole ranked phase so far, and I was at 1510, and then I just kept losing and losing and losing and getting madder and madder and madder. And I was going to start streaming at like 10 o'clock, but I started ranked at like 9 o'clock, and it wasn't going well. And then I lost. I got down to like 1430. Roll. I'm just trying to get away. Nope. I'm dead. That doesn't... how does that not kill me? Doesn't matter. I'm screwed. I don't know how to do this fight if I don't like just script it. But anyway, I got down to like 1430 MR, and I think I was at 1438, or you know, and I lost to this Ryu. That was, you know, I got 2-0'd by this Ryu who's like 1430s, and he was just DPing and doing completely random crap. And then, so I did something I usually don't do, which is I invited to custom room. And he won the first to 3, and he won the first to 5. But then I won the next, then I won like 8 of the next. But then we ended up playing 25 games, and I won 15 to 10. So I think he was up 5-3, and then I won like 12 of the next. What? 5 and 3 be 8, so 12 of the next 17 I won. Because I actually started playing better. Okay, R2, then roll, then charge R2. Riposte. See, when he gives me attacks, I know how to dodge. It's fine. Wait for foot hit the ground. Roll in. Ugh. Okay. Ugh! I'm blaming you. I read chat. I was reading chat, man. Yeah, I get pretty tilted. That's usually why I don't actually stream ranked, is because I get really upset. And it's not pretty. It's like DSP, LTG kind of upset, you know? Like it which is why when people are like they're faking it, I'm like, nah, they're not. But no, seriously, when I've got a bad session, it's kind of ruins the next 3 hours of my day, you know. But okay, R2. Foot on the ground. Roll away. Roll in. And dodge it. And dodge it. And Charger 2 gets the stun. Riposte. Craig Blade. Flame grant me strength. And we're buffed up. Now comes the hard part. So R2, unlock, sprint behind the dumb bastard. R2, oh my gosh, I whiffed! Oh, delayed attack city, man, it's terrible. Yeah. Punk can definitely get pretty damn salty too, you know. I mean, it's just, that's the thing for me too. Like, I just start cursing and getting real upset. But like, if this was my full-time job, you know, like if I was if I was a professional streamer or something, I wouldn't really mind getting, like, obviously I still wouldn't like people to see me get that salty. But it's a little bit different when you've got a job where, like, I'm a teacher, you know, you work with kids. I don't want kids to, like, see that, because it's definitely not something that I would. Boom, punished. Easy money. Foot flat on the ground, charge R2, sprint away, jump. Roll in. Oh my. Well, that's embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I see Gino Machino's doing this friggin' fist only thing, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine how long that takes to do. It's absurd. I think I might stream again on Monday, and I'll like forbid myself from playing Street Fighter 6 beforehand. Maybe we'll do some match analysis. Maybe I'll watch some, like, the 25 games I played against that Ryu, and just sort of be like, okay, why did when I started winning, what was different? And I mean, obviously I know, like, oh, you actually started baiting DPs and not playing like a rage monster, but charge R2, roll, R2, boom, okay, cool. Ugh, definitely Radagon's the easy part of this fight. Shit. You jump it. I know that. I just panic rolled. It's frustrating. I got kind of close to doing this last week. But just so everybody can see, I actually am RL1, just to prove it to everybody that's watching. You pretty much script. Yeah, that's definitely true. And it's tough with Marisa anyway to win some of these sets against some of these people that are like just DPing everywhere and just playing like absolute bozos. It's kind of hard to win those sets anyways. It's funny though, like a lot of people feel that way about like these games, they'll get salty. I don't get salty playing this. It's usually, well, I usually don't get salty. There's a couple things that make me salty. Roll. Roll. Nope, that was dumb. I knew it was dumb. I knew I shouldn't have done it. The R2 was fine, but then I started to charge a second one, and that was really stupid. Yeah, I'm like, Radagon's the easy part, and I think I've gotten past him once so far. But I don't know. I'm probably going to try to stream a little more. I don't know. We'll see. Because I've only been out of work for a couple weeks now. And I'm probably going to start sub-teaching pretty soon. But there's, I don't know. I don't live in like a huge area. So there's not always a ton of openings. So I'm definitely going to try to do YouTube a little bit more. Boom. I would like to sort of... Okay, what? I feel like I didn't roll any different timing than I usually do. It's like he starts to come down, you roll. But I think it'd be fun to maybe try to... I don't know, do like frame data for these games. I know like the... I remember hearing that. I think I was watching like a Lobo stream once, and he was talking about like the Bloodborne official strategy guide or whatever had like frame data for all the attacks in it. You know, you had like the saw cleaver frame data. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I think seeing the frame data in terms of like, okay, boss is vulnerable for this many frames, you know, and just actually trying to learn it almost like a fighting game would be kind of interesting. I wonder if it would make it harder or easier. I'm not sure. Charge R2. Charge R2. Regular R2. Roll. Charge R2. That's my favorite opening. RL1 is rune level 1, so I have not leveled up at all. And this is the only boss I have left to beat the game. And I'm probably about to die. I don't know how many people do RL1 for this. Okay, and R2. Staggered. Okay, cool. We get 1, 2, 3, and then riposte. Okay. Drink blue. Okay, supposedly he's gonna pop up right behind me. He did, sort of. Oh shit, okay. See, this is where I just get completely mollywopped because I'm not very good at Elden Beast. And that's why. You can ride Torrent, but you can't. Okay, let's see what you said, Lulus. So funny how similar it seems to fighting game when you narrate it. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Like, it's sort of just like block and punish. And so the hard thing about RL1 really is, at least at this late stage, is you kind of have to do everything no hit. That's not entirely true. And there's some ridiculous players out there, like, you know, I mean, like I said, I think Gino Machino, he has a stream up probably right now. He's doing fist only, where he is fighting using only his bare fists. And the hard thing about that, outside of the fact that, you know, well, the hard thing about that is just the damage. So something that I mentioned to somebody a couple weeks ago that's sort of been, I don't think that hit me. So something I was talking with somebody about was putting together like a, and I think Lubel's like, you have the Marisa doc or whatever, but what I was trying to think about was putting together almost like curriculum in terms of like, okay, you're starting out, you know, like, because again, I'm a teacher, so I think in terms of like learning objectives, you know, students will be able to kind of things. And I just think it'd be maybe interesting to come up with like, whoops, I forgot to cast the spell. I think it'd be interesting to come up with like Marisa curriculum. The whole thing about like, how do you practice? Here, I'm gonna watch the cutscene so it gives me time to read chat. Now, the main thing I think is just, you got to figure out what situations you want to be in and then try to practice those situations. So, I rolled! You know, the thing about like, I mean, I kind of had this idea for a while too, where it's just like, okay, I mean, I don't know, because some of the issues with that would be, what, like the curriculum issue would be, I don't know that that would be like a one long video issue. I don't know. Part of it is, there's certain stuff that, you know, I think Savage, his guide, like his Marisa stuff, does a pretty decent job of that. But I think just trying to get people to figure out, okay, what should I actually learn first when I'm picking up a fighting game is interesting. And I certainly don't think that I know best practice there. Roll. Boom. Okay. So much of this, like, this is just footsies. Like, honestly, like, I'm just reacting to stuff. Like, that's a meaty. I just timed a meaty. That's what that was. Boom. I would also be kind of curious to see, like, how different are the windows, like, how fast am I reacting to stuff in this game? You know what I mean? Like, is reacting to some of these moves, like, the same as reacting to DI? Is it the same? Is it slower? Is it faster? Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so I know for a fact that I'm going to have to move chat, because whenever you guys send a message, and I'm not saying stop chatting, I'm saying I need to figure something out, because every time you guys put a message up, what's happening is I like can't see my stamina bar. Okay, so I'm assuming this means he's going to show up here. I'm just gonna hop on Torrent and sprint and hope that he does. I'm gonna die. I'm totally dead. I can't see anything. Where's Elden Beast? Okay. So far, so good. So what, in the words of Dave Mustaine? I can't see a damn thing. Ugh. Yeah, so I started SF5. Actually, something I wanted to do, but I'll have to stream from my freaking computer instead of my PlayStation. So I'll need to like hook up OBS and set up stuff like that. It's something I kind of wanted to do because everybody's kind of been talking about Abigail lately. Recently on my YouTube, I've been watching a bunch of season 3 Abigail stuff, and I thought it might be fun to do a stream where we just kind of look at like what was the deal with Abigail. I mean, I know Big Yellow kind of had his video where he's like an Abigail retrospective, but I kind of just want to watch like old sets and be like, okay, hey, here's what was happening here, and this is why this character was so ridiculous, and this is what they did to fix it. I kind of have the unpopular opinion that I'm not sure Abigail was even the best character in Season 3. Because that was before Akuma got his nerf. That was before Gao got a nerf. Jump! Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Roll in. Roll in, roll out, roll in, roll out, roll in. I think this staggers? No, it doesn't. Roll! I rolled early, apparently. I didn't think I did, but apparently I did. Huh. I think that's my favorite move. So, but anyway, so for me, when I'm like, to get back on the topic of like this curriculum thing or like what to learn first, I think it's different depending on when you are first learning fighting games versus when you're like learning how to play a new fighting game. Like people that are brand new should focus on different things. You know, I mean, that's kind of what I always say about, like, Stage Jam always talks about that, like, oh, well, you don't need to learn, you know, all this, blah, 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 you just get into matches and start playing. And it's like, well, that works for you because you know how to play fighting games. So, it's the same thing, right? Where, like, it was like when Laughlin was learning how to play Tekken. And, wow. Good roll, genius. But it was when Laughlin was learning how to play Tekken, he was having that kind of experience where he was like, this move is busted, this move's ridiculous. And some Tekken players, you know, I think Main Man was the video that I'm remembering, was like, well, if you think a move's too, you know, good, you try to duck it. And it's like, for somebody that doesn't play 3D fighters, that's not intuitive, you know? Like, it's just not intuitive to do that. To be like, oh, I need to think about ducking this move is not really something that crosses your mind, I guess. Where, like, for me, when I was, like, learning Samurai Showdown, that was, like, when did Sam Show come out? That must have been, like, 2019. I liked that game for a while, but the netcode was so bad that you just couldn't get matches. And then when you did get a match, it would be, like, a slideshow. But anyway, I mean, I remember there being moves in that game. I rolled. I swear I rolled. Check the tapes. I pushed the button. But there were things in that game where I would be like, okay, I don't know how to deal with this. And I was like, this seems really strong. There's no way there's a move that's this strong. So then you look for counterplay. But if you don't know kind of how fighting games are balanced, you come up against somebody just spamming something and you can't find an obvious solution and you just go, oh, this game just sucks. Like, they just do this and there's nothing I can do about it. Because you don't know. Right? You don't know how to get around it. But fighting games usually are not that way, right? Like, fighting games now are usually pretty balanced. There's usually not just like, oh, so they just do this and there's just nothing I can do about it. Situations like that are pretty rare. I mean, there are some, like, even in Street Fighter 6, you know, there's, like... Whew. That was a little nerve-wracking. Like, there's the guaranteed stun setups and stuff like that, you know, in SF6. But the solution there is, like, don't get yourself burnt out in the corner with no meter. You know? I thought I rolled too early there, to be honest with you. Battle stagger. And flame grabbing strength. Two hand. Skip the cutscene. Sprinted Elden Beast. Sprint around Elden Beast. 1, 2. How did I whiff? Oh, you're doing this bullshit again. Fantastic. Yeah, let's just do Elden Stars right at the beginning of the frickin' fight. That's awesome. That's great. Ow. And now I have no idea where I'm going. Fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah, early on, I think just... Here, let me look at what my notes are, because I had some, like, basic notes about what they were going to be. And then I might actually just boot up Street Fighter, because, like, holy cow. This is not going well. But, I think I would have had it in games, Street Fighter 6, Marisa, curriculum. So, learning what your buttons are and what they look like. Okay, yeah, let me just boot up Street Fighter. And I'll boot up a character I don't even play. How about that? And actually, let's boot up Street Fighter 5.